before we start, there is a few retcons that need to be placed. I've taken player feedback about certain choices and decisions that happened in our previous sessions. I'm open to these interpretations, and I'll always invite the conversations to happen at the end of the role play as well. If you ever feel like there's something that you don't jive with. That being said, the following things are being changed, and I'll elaborate each change. Starting with Falcone, mankind, his man, like the whole sense of him like slowly losing his humanity. No, we're just gonna toss that out the window. Uh, Based on player feedback, what it's going to just project itself towards is he'll have control of his consciousness. It's just the power that he's going to slowly gain will chew away at that instead of humanity. So the terminology changed and less binding. But his anima is a demon. So it's just based on player conversation that we've had, and it's no longer again the loss of humanity, but rather his consciousness in controlling all the power that he wields inside of himself. Going down the list, Edmund. Uh, I mean, is there anything else I'm missing with Falcone? Because I know that was the biggest thing. Yeah, because I think that was the biggest thing I really wanted to get. Okay, so just making sure. Moving on to Edmund. Yeah, moving on to Edmund. Conversation about the sauntering stallion's condition changed from illusionary magic of the entire building to just where uh, Anatar had resided in. So the only place that's rotted away is Anatar's room. That rot can potentially spread if not maintained, or just entirely removed. But it's like years and years kind of deal. It won't be like in anything in the current like weeks. Is there anything else I'm forgetting, Evie? Okay. And then last but not least, uh, for Seinrich, when it comes to Solaris, instead of the Silver group being so dogmatic about keeping Silver a secret, decided to change the scenarios around to play better fit the player initiative and the interest in the players. So Solaris will not penalize Cynric for using silver magic or anything. They just want Cynric to never tell anyone where to find them or where he learned his silver magic from. Otherwise, he's free to use it as he wishes. And is there anything I'm forgetting, Loon? Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Can you say that again? Yeah. You can you can if anyone ever asks you, you more than must likely want to just deflect it. Like, no, I can't. Don't ask me. I can't really share it with you. No matter how convincing I might be. Yeah, no matter how convincing I might be, you shouldn't tell anyone where you learned your silver magic. You can say you're self-taught. Yes. So the NDA is less restrictive. The Solaris group still believes in purity of mankind and using silver magic to wash that purity. They are not hostile towards anima users. They don't have an agenda against them. You know, I'll push you down a flight of stairs first. And I think unless you have something you want to bring to the table line, I Okay, yeah, sure. I'll make you a master. Getting the fuck out the window. It was. So, because Loon doesn't hang with us as much as well, because Loon doesn't hang out with me and Lion and Kalis and Evie as often as the four of us usually do. Loon, to give you some insight on some of the things that I've come up with as a sort of update to Overarms before we continue, is skills will be more reflective of your anima powers when you reach expert. So you guys can expect to be able to use your anima powers and your respective skill in sync in unison in order to benefit yourself. Yep. So with silver magic, you can eventually combine it with your anima power. Now, how that manipulation might play is up to suggestions, of course. I might have an idea, but I'll always leave it to the players to decide finally. Otherwise, huh? I can't wait for that. I'm really excited for the fucking Battle Network. A giant hand descends from the sky at Falcone. No, no. All right. This is the week before. This is the week before the few days before the start of the tournament. The Symphony of Spiral City Animas. You guys are all at the cusp of the tournament. There's been news conversations now. It's every week, every day has been getting closer and closer. More and more press coverage has been throughout the entire city. The excitement has been in the air. It's really weird, but a great sensation how the city seems to be in this ecstatic, energetic, like fury about anima entertainment. Well, no, you felt admin. Some of the people fighting are actually themselves. All right, so we're gonna start the role play. So we're gonna start the this series of days. They're not gonna be as precise as my other days are because this is just leading up to the tournament, and this is more like a show off of each of the players' abilities before we actually get into the tournament. With that being said, Lance will take the helm. We'll go to Falcone next to develop a scene, to Edmund, and then to Seinrich. So Lance, we last left you in Travail's police department, and you had just had finished training inside of the anti-anima zone, learning that you. Hmm? No, yeah, we already did that. No, no, you didn't. When you finished patrol, then you went straight to learn how to do the manipulation. Yes, you started, but you couldn't complete it. That's what I'm saying. You didn't master it after Danny. I'm telling you, when you completed the patrol, then you did it. So we're saying the same thing. Just shush. Yes, we're saying the same thing, Danny. I get it. You've mastered the manipulation that you don't get affected by by magicite effects that would reduce anima power. It's a limited ability, and it doesn't last long. But of course, when you get better in the ley line style, that can change. On this, I'd say the after like it would be an afternoon for you, Lance. The That's true. It could happen. Oh, Lance, we focus in on the Travail Police Department where we last left you, and we see that the police department's kind of in a slow hump of a day. Calls are coming in, police officers are doing their job, but there's not a lot of extra things happening other than the upcoming tournament for you. What would we catch Lance doing preparing himself for the tournament? Lance, as you're working out in your, so I'm assuming you're in your office space, that dormitory that they leave to you. As Juniper watching over Lance for a bit, Steiner comes into the room and goes, "Oh, I know that you're getting ready for the tournament, aren't you? The Spiral Symphony of Animas." Mm, Wait, you can count past 20? You can count past 10? Apparently, according to interviews, the Anima users were specifically chosen. So, someone had an interest in you guys. Specifically. Hmm. Well, hold on, Lance. I actually got a little intel by who. I got a little intel for you about who's going to be in the tournament. Uh, you may actually know them. I mean, West Bay and East Bay, right? Well, I mean, you're from West Bay, so I just assumed everyone knew each other there, like a big four happy family. Well, anyway, uh, she goes by the name of Kana. Apparently, she's some sort of a misfit in East Bay, one of the top uh, Yakuza members. I heard. Uh, Yanagata makes an intelligence check in order to remember the rest of the information about Kana. Oh, I paid real close attention because I knew that you were going to be involved with it, Lance. And apparently, her anima power is called Gospel of the Throttle. Something about speed. Uh, she wasn't going to go anything further with it. But she did call out that she would win and beat everybody because her anima is the best. And then she dramatically posed in front of the camera with the symbol behind her back on her jacket, wielding a wooden stick, I think. Speed. If you're fighting someone fast, you may not want to move first. Keep on the same spot that you're at. Use your reactions wisely. Well, the police. We have yes, we have a training gym on the second floor. We never invited you because you'd break the equipment. I mean, how else do you think they How else do you think they trained? What's it called? Edmund at Market District, huh? No, no, like the police department there had like their own training equipment. I'm talking about GM to player. Anyway, back to Steiner. Yeah, we have a gym. We just never invited you because you'd break the equipment. Plus, you never showed interest in learning any police training. You know, hero is a four-letter word, and that's all it really means. Go ahead, line. Hey, incoming. Steiner, come in, Steiner. This is Steiner speaking. Yeah, we have a 1041 bar fight. An Anima user seems to be going berserk. We need Squadzilla to deploy. It's a training montage, Liney. All right, everybody. I'm driving the old Cadillac. Let's get in it. What? There's no sun, and then the scene cuts where Lance has pushed himself through the back seat, right through the roof. Yeah. Oh, god damn it, Lance. It doesn't take much time. So, hold on. So, hold on. Steiner, Lance, uh, Juniper, and Alistair, all four are being driven to the bar in one of the bars in Travail. There are many because it's a mega city, but the name and whatnot is not really relative right now. It can be discussed later. Yep. No, if it has bar TM, thank you. That's perfect. Bar TM. He Steiner looks at Alistair on the on his shot at the passenger seat. I really want to break. I can't throw him off the top of the roof. Lance is car surfing on top of the roof. Car. Steiner resists the urge of like driving fast and then suddenly stopping Lance off the roof. But you guys eventually approach like within 12 minutes to the bar, and Lance, Alistair, you guys can see that the bar is torched up. There's like signs of like small fires that are burning everywhere, but it's not spreading. It's like a controlled fire. It looks like the sign of an anima user. Steiner and Juniper get out the car with Alistair getting out as well. Steiner looks over at Alistair and Juniper. You two, help out with civilians and get everyone away from the area. Steiner pulls out his gun. All right, Lance, you and me in the bar. Let's go. So as you make your way to the bar, right, you can see that there is two large double doors that hold you from the bar. The bar itself is about 3 stories tall, so it's a really big building. As you rush up and make your way first to the big doors, Lance, you push them open. But before you do, you feel a huge force push you back. No, no, no! You get knocked off your ass and fly 20 feet backwards. You don't take damage. A huge explosion from inside the bar rips the doors apart as a man stands silhouette. Yeah, you had enough, assholes! You cheap both bitches! The anima user screams as he drinks a what seems to be a brown concoction in a bottle. He lights up and his body continues to flare the fire that's all around. It dances in a menacing array of yellow and red lights across his body and skin. What do you want, asshole? He looks at Lance. Well, come on then, bring it! He does the stand marshal. He walks up. Yeah, so the drunk anima user walks up to Lance stupidly. So, well, Lance, when you get closer to this anima user, he's a manlet. Yep. He's about five. He's about 5'5". Would you prefer it to be pat-sized? Some other person, like some other like video content creator. God damn, that is short. No, come on. The lowest I go is 5'1". Huh? Yeah, 5'1's the lowest I'll go for this guy. Are you making a short joke? He. Oh, did you call me short? He yells, belching. Ah! Lance, stop playing around and take him out before he gets more dangerous. You can see his skin is like. So you saw like the over his body, the fires are consuming it, but now his skin is literally catching on fire. Yeah, go ahead and you're gonna get a surprise round attack. You're just jumped into the air, spending your movement, and then spent a decision in order to attack. Come on, sound it out. Okay, so it is your D12, and then you're going to add your mastery rank. In the Spiral City chat, we have the skills and proficiencies, where you can see that each of the ranks give you a certain amount. You are a journeyman, so you have 4d8. Yeah, that hits. A manlit Anima user that's lighting himself. He has the ability to light himself on flames. Yes, but when it comes to combos, you don't deal crit damage. Yep. So you still roll for this. You just roll 4d12 instead of adding the d12 for damage. Yeah, just the 4d12. Oh no, not 4d12, 48. I'm sorry. You no. This is a fucking demonstration. This doesn't count. This doesn't count. Anyway, you landed one hit combo. The manlet gets hit in the upper chest from your drop kick. Gets back up, trying to keep steady. You what the? Okay, Jesus Christ! Can you keep on the ground? There you go. Because all the theatricals require movement that you don't have. Uh, Hold on. Yeah, you still pass. The guy's drunk. Yep. So the man coughs. Fucking people's Ooh. Yeah, so you passed. And it's a demonstration, Danny. I'm not doing celestial moments for demonstrations. Go ahead, roll for damage. Wait, so gents, roll for damage? Yeah, no, the guy gets knocked in the face out. Once you hit him in the face with that people's elbow, he just drops like a potato bag of potatoes. Under the overwhelming barrage and beatdown, the flames around him and all the flames that were in the area dim down and slowly fade away. Gets out from cover. He looks over at Lance's shoulder. Oh, so you kicked his ass. He's not dead, is he? Check for a pulse. Check for a pulse. So when you style change, a small gust of wind just pushes everything around you. It's nothing but flare. What the hell was that? Cyric looks around. The fuck? Because you're able to get the beat. You can feel, yeah. Because you use the get through, you can see the beat of the heart. Boom, boom. It's faint, boom, boom, but it's there. I don't know. He's bleeding a lot. He starts to vomit on the floor. Ugh. All right. Well, we'll get him into containment. Good job, Squad Zero. What's that? He backs away. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Lance, he pulls out the revolver to his chest. Don't get that close to me. He unloads it, and Lance meets Minos. Ah, so you finally fucked around. Seriously, Lance, you should be terrified of firearms at this point. They're the only thing that's put you down so far. Around the corner, Kalis, you just see a monster made of gravity. All right, Lance as Squad Zero, Alistair, Juniper, and Steiner, as well as Lance, all work together to get back the drunken Anima user, put him into custody, and keep him down until he sobers up and to figure out what's going on. I will, Lance. Yes, I don't know how. I just guess I've been working out a bit. My anima's a little stronger. What's about it, Lance? I don't want to talk about my anima powers. That's kind of private. I'm your boss. See? Thank you, Alistair. And then it cuts out. The camera fades over to the night as the night's coming over the air for Squad Zero handling the bar fight. We get a camera following into Travail, into a specific church that we all come to know. It is late night. It is late night. The church is quiet. Brother Timothy, as Brother Timothy and most of those who have been in the church have kind of slowly transitioned out, leaving the church, as most of the members were only there for the uh, the Cardinals, and because there's been bad blood reports about Falcone being, not so cardinally, most of the people, if not all of them, yeah. So Falcone has been noticing the few days that many of his staff have gone. In fact, there is probably no one here today at this point. The remaining few that had tried to stay had claimed that they heard voices across the tiles, and an unholy presence seeps around the church now. It's sinister. NFT is unfungible. It is during this night. Well, I was just gonna camel over to you. Yes, Falcone in the back office is studying what he can about blood magic, origins, usage, demons, all of it. And in his studies, he has come to understand that this there are several large beliefs in what angels and demons represent in the greater Spiral City. According to some philosophers, names of which Falcone he doesn't even want to bother like pronouncing. They're some sort of late Latin or Italian, and a mixture of that, so it's extra complicated. Yeah. However, it's been abridged. Their works have been widely accumulated as a encyclopedia for the known knowledge of angels and demons. The common belief is that a spirit can be a spirit starts at human, and a human can ascend either up or down, and there is no other direction but that. Of course, according to the scholars. When you ascend one way or the other, you are trapped. When you, yes, cannot go backwards, only up or only down. It is believed that as the transformation of power continues, and that in both cycles, going up or down, the further distance from the materium, it will lose the consciousness and focus of the individual until the individuality is that of the entity that becomes the person, not longer the person. While in your studies, you've also discovered, because of through the occult manners of which you've been working yourself through, you have heard of a rumor, and you can, when you have the time, further discover it. This rumor regards that there is some sort of celestial that sleeps in the cataclysm of the upper spire, far beneath the soil and earth of the spire, is said to live a dormant celestial that sleeps. If they have doors, you can get Lance. I'm screaming. Lance, how offended are you at the doors? I something like that. It is a long night. Is sorry. Go ahead, line. Falcone, it is late. You don't feel any of the fatigue a human would. You've have gone a few days, not a few days, but you have gone a few hours, about a day now without food. No noticeable pains, issues. Not even the thirst of water bothers you now. Yeah, the only replacement is that you have this unburning desire for murder, blood. You close the books because there's a pounding headache that comes around. Blood. It keeps screaming at you for some reason. Blood. Wait, something talking to you? Blood. What the fuck is going on in your head? You can't think straight. You're sloshing in your own head. A river of blood just flowing and swashing every time you move your head left or right, Falcone. You stand up and you scream, and it finally subsides. But then you realize that the door is slightly ajar behind you. From the side of it, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's me, Lance. I'm sorry I opened it. Here, I'll close it. What a good lad. Anyway, what do you want to do, Falcone? With a confident stride, you make your way in your own domain. You have nothing to fear in your own mind. I mean, what the fuck could possibly you open the door? And you surprised, you find that there are several men sitting in the pews. I'm just making them spawn. Just give me a second. I'm gonna double up. Oh, yeah. These are there are ganglish men sitting in uh your beach benches. Many of them are coming in different sizes. I'd say between 5'8" to at least 6'2". Uh, they all wear tattered clothing, vests that have holes in them, pants that are really kept well. One noticeable thing about each of them, the one noticeable thing about them all is that they have a tattoo that is a shark. Give me a second. No father. There you go. Oh, that's the alt. That is the altar. Well, no, you can you know you would stand on it to orate. That's what's point first. Yeah. Um, hold on a second. Because two men enter the church. Well, no, we're not here for our sins. We're here for your sins, Father. Because of time constraints, I did not create tokens for the two other people, so I made them look the other way to distinguish them. These, hold on. You can stay up there. You can move as you wish. I'm just pulling out my notes. Uh, sorry. What is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, and I just need this set of notes to know who it was. I have so many notes that are just filing through it correctly. Coney, that's the blood magic one, so it's over here. You know the guy on the left, because you met him before. That's Hammerhead. He's got the. He looks pretty serious at you. Yeah, we didn't like you in our territory, so we stalked you into your place of business. Waited till after dark, and you see all the patronage, all the people sitting there pull out guns from their persons. They're small firearms, pistols, the best of shotgun. What's that? Hammerhead responds. Everyone laughs. Hammerhead, open fire on open fire on the father. And do you want to attempt a charisma check? I give you home turf advantage. Reroll that. You can reroll it. I'm giving you a home turf advantage. No, you're fine. And I tried. Not high enough, unfortunate. Um, yeah. Apparently, it's great. All five of the members take their weapons out, draw, and take fire at you. So, um, the guys, the hold on, I'm gonna roll. I want you, I don't want to do this because they all have their guns at you. They all fire at you at once. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just give them the first preemptive round of firing. Lord knows they are gonna fucking need it. D6 for dexterity, and then he's using a pistol. Roll your dexterity and speed, or you don't. You can even elect to ignore. Well, no, no, no. Just roll your dexterity and speed for your initiative. It won't be too long of a demonstration. Don't worry. It's something like Lance's. Good. Okay. Yeah, that did nothing. No damage. Hits, no damage. That would be this guy. Hit, no damage. Next up, hit, no damage. Now it's the pews over here. This guy's the one with the shotgun. 17 hits, no damage. 13 hits, no damage. Last but not least, the last guy in the back. Uh, you rolled a 10, so yes, he barely hits, but no damage. Falcone, you feel this spray of bullets just penetrate your skin over and over again through your vestments, but nothing hits anything vital. You easily use the manipulation of your demon heritage to move your vitals away from the bullet's harm. It's rubber bands to you at this point. Just closed eyes. Don't you see the gloriousness of my church? I cannot be harmed. Yeah, Falcone, it is your turn, of course. He was paying our cat. Okay, hold on. Loading in. Ta-da! I think we need to freeze. I think he is. Oh my fucking god! Oh, he even rhymed it. All right. Both of them seem to be in charge. Either one will do. Well, what's your range? And then you can use your AP. Just, huh? Wait, wait, wait. When did you get max range? Yeah, yeah. So That's your cat. So there's only 2 tiles of movement, but then you can spend an AP for your flight. Spend an AP, then you can fly 30 feet. Yeah, you can fly. You can just take yourself 30 feet forward. So that puts you to 42 tiles. No, not to 42. No, sorry, 42 feet, which would be like 8 tiles, I think. Yeah, I was right. 8 tiles. We'd get you close enough. Well, that's a little more ambitious. Yeah, there you go. No, no, back 1 tile. Yeah, yeah, you're not on top of him. All right, so yeah, you spent a movement used AP, so you still have just making sure I'm going through what you have correctly. Okay, you have Devour here. Yeah, so you still have 2 decisions and reaction left. Yes, for you, yes. Let me look at the guy who you were attacking. Um, when you reach for the grapple, he spends a reaction in order to create a token. Again, due to budget concerns, you just got to deal with what I have to give you. It takes the form behind you of a fucking bear. Of yeah. Oh wait. Mm, yeah. Yeah. No, he wouldn't fucking play. Okay. No, he spends a reaction to create a size a size four. Sorry, a large sized manticore creature. It is uh, with a scorpion tail, lion head, bat wings, and the torso of a lion. I said bear, but then I realized, like, wait, no, this guy is being threatened by Falcone. Now you can go ahead and use a power strength check because he all he could do is react to do that. Yes, you do. Yep, 14. And he is going to attempt to roll with his dexterity, spending AP as well. Uh, yeah, because he's. Hmm? No, you only get the vision. I should make it more clear. You don't get the debuff for it. You only get the vision enhancement. Yeah. In all of your forms, you only get that vision. You don't get the buffs while you're fighting. The only time you get the buffs is when you're in your base. I'll make it more clear on the character sheet. I'm sorry. But for right now, summon the large manticore. He rolls for dexterity, and he's going to roll for his speed. A 9, which does not fucking do. He is grappled. Ah! Fuck! Ah! Correct. Too ambitious. I will say, if you successfully, if you want, you can crush him in dealing true damage. You just have to pass another strength and power check. With both of your hands around this man's body, you give a strong squeeze, trying to break his defense. Go ahead and roll a power strength check and get re-rolling. Uh, yeah, because of the re-roll, you can hear a snap, crunch. He takes 10 true damage, but his defense gets halved. Yeah, he suffered a broken arm. Ah! Fuck! So, with your turn ending, next up will be Hammerhead. Makes his turn and move up to you. You son of a bitch! He pulls out two knuckle dusters, uses spits onto his right and left hands, and spends AP in order to take more sharp features. I'm gonna make you regret that, you dickhead! And he swings at you. Hmm. I'll allow it. You don't get an advantage to the roll. Yeah, it will be a power strength check, and you're gonna try to beat. Yeah, I'm sorry, didn't beat his initiative. I gave it the shot though. So you see that you swipe this tail across your tail across his chest. He jumps over your tail, Hammerhead. He lands back down, and he tries to bite at you with razor sharp fangs. Rolling his strength and then power, and then the knuckle dusters. So he hits you. He adds with the AP1, razor sharp biting. Your defense only deals is halved for this attack. No, whoops, sorry, I'm rolling too many 12 d12s. Ignore those. Sorry. Uh, he's doing one d12 and then the knuckle dusters in damage. So 21 damage. Yep. And then it all goes to your temporary because it wasn't true damage. It's definitely there because I know I listed. Well, let me just make an adjustment. I'll add it. It's supposed to be 100 because the power scale is 50 HP, 10 HP. Then you get a times two multiplier. Sorry, they're not accumulative. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. The temporary HP comes from your form. It doubles not your base. That's what I'm saying. They don't add the base. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Okay, now I understand. All right, all right. Potatoes, potatoes. I'm understanding what's going on. I got you. So when you transform to Hell's Knight, Hell's Wrath, you get 100 temporary HP because that's the times two multiplier. I'm gonna add that to the character sheet. So to be clear, before we continue, if you were to snap to Form 2, you gain your Form 2 temporary HP, unless you lost all your temporary HP. If you lost all your temporary HP, you only get half of what you get on your second form. Second form is 60 temp HP. Yep. All right. Do you want to generate one? Um, it costs one temp. It costs one true damage. Yeah. There's not other ways right now that other than taking true damage. to make bleed tokens for you. Yeah, no worries. Uh, because he temp through your temp HP. So when he bite punched you, even he knew he didn't really hit anything. Everyone else is like cheering because they see like a chunk of your flesh is kind of like peeled off. But that's like external. It's like nothing to you. Yep, keep it fur out. Yep, like a shark dog. Rolls for one more attack. Hits. Nope. Wait, that's right. Yeah. 6, 7, 18. Yep. And this your defense is still taking that 6 penalty. He's like gnawing and cutting across your fur. Everyone's watching, like, oh yeah, look at the boss. He's giving it to that demon thing. You can hear the crowd behind you, Kalis. Sorry, Falcone, trying to cheer their bosses on. As the fight progresses, we go to round two. None of the other minions will attack. They are absolutely useless in the grand scheme of this all. Go ahead, roll for your dexterity and speed. 8. Okay. This guy in your hand is forced to go after you, as you have him in a complete grasp of your both of your hands, assumedly. If you're doing that, that requires a decision to keep it like that. Okay, so you're holding him with both of your hands, keeping you pretty occupied with only him. But that means he's going after you. Uh, that means this guy goes next. Hammerhead. Uh, Damn it! Get off of him! Davis! Davis, can you hear me? He's screaming out for his friend. Shit! Fucking animal! The blue token represents a shift in the flooring behind Hammerhead, as the floor gains like this moist, wet, almost watery pool above it. I'm gonna make you regret fighting us, asshole. Spends a decision. Shit. This doesn't translate too well. One, two, three, four, five. No, four. Uh, he spends a decision to send the pool of water at you, Falcone, and as you see the water moving towards you, the pool of water reflects a much deeper surface than you can realize, and from the depths of the water comes out a large, great white shark that attempts to try to bite and reel you in. Um, shit. Sure, it would pull the guy out instead. As a reaction, as the attack would come in, you just swap places. You would move the guy's body towards the attack. Whoops. It's now in Falcone. And he goes from getting grappled by Falcone to getting grappled by a shark. Davis! Fuck! He yells out loud as Davis gets pulled into the murky depths. Damn it! Spends a decision. One, two, three. Moves the pool of water beside the manticore figure that hasn't disappeared. And that's the end of Hammerhead's turn. It is your turn, Falcone. Hammerhead? Okay. Two, and then each of the following effects, yeah, are plus one, yeah. So, uh, persistent hellfire increases to D4, increases cap to D20, yeah, yeah, and true damage. So, go ahead and roll your power and strength. This isn't re-rolled because this is your anima power. Doesn't hit, but because it's a cone effect, he still takes half of all effects anyway. Ah, it's not showing up. Shit. Ah, ah. Falcone, do the fire. I'll better measure it later, but this whole area gets fucked. Roll 2d4 for me. He takes three of that into Hellfire tokens. So he is emulated on fire, burning with that three toasty Hellfire tokens. Um, he takes 20 damage, halved to 10, plus roll your power and strength for me. 16. 16 halved by 2. 2. 18. So it's 8 plus 10 is 18. That's all true damage. So he takes 18 true damage even though you missed him. And he takes 3 persistent Hellfire tokens on top of that. He's screaming in pain and anguish. Ah! Fuck! Fuck! Ah! Okay. You still have your movement and 2 decisions. Sure. Roll for your. Oh well, you don't have to move to it. You're perfect square for it. Go back. Huh. Hmm. Roll for your grapple with advantage. You rolled it with advantage. Okay, so 11. Oh, you try to bull charge the manticore, and it like stands its ground and pushes back with its vampire, no, not vampire, bat-like wings, and gnarls at you with its scorpion tail, keeping you back. Two decisions. The Manticore? No, not specific. Huh? Sorry. Roll advantage. 13 hits. You're gonna roll your power and strength. Sure. Add two more d12s to that for damage. Yeah, 19 together. You smack. You bring up your massive demonic fist into the air, and you Hulk slam into the side of the Manticore, busting and bruising his body. You can tell that the Manticore takes a serious beating from it. Uh, it's still not gone, but the Manticore is fucked up badly. Oh, it's not. I mean, it's like bloody up looking, but no, there is no circulation. If you're asking, I mean, Falcone can recognize that this is an anima construct. No worries. We end this turn and we go on to the presumably the last turn. This affair won't last much longer. As your third turn with your final level of AP in it for free. Roll for your dexterity and speed. Well, Hammerhead takes 3 true damage. Then the persistent health lane goes down to 2. So he is looking fucked up and hurt. He attempts to, he attempts to yeah, no, he attempts to just stand his ground and fight Falcone's demon form to the end. Throwing a barrage of fists, kicks, punches, desperately trying to claw. He hits you for 20. Hits the accuracy for 20. He desperately claws, trying to hurt whatever he can. Uh, Razor sharp, so he has 12. He deals 12 damage with your 6 modifier, and then he attacks one last time. 18, 19 damage. He also rolled for a celestial moment, but the gods aren't here. No, the only god that's close is Falcone, and he's pissed. hmm Each hit he each successful hit he can always spend 1 true damage to get 1 bleed token from any hit. If the attack were to deal true damage, then you get blood token equivalent to the damage dealt. Yes. That's why I keep saying you have to take true damage because you're not really taking damage. Correct. I wish I could flex more for blood magic, but like you and I agreed, right now you don't have a lot of means to make it happen. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Okay. Oh. Shit, he already barraged. Uh, turn two. No, sorry, turn three. Uh, this other guy who's not other guy, but his name is Davis. Davis, who's gone underwater, makes a strength check. He is going to lose consciousness while underwater. However, while he's breathing and losing consciousness, uh, David, not Davis, Hammerhead spends a reaction in order to get his friend in an AP to get his friend out of the pool. He will get to act next turn, not this turn. But that at that point, it won't matter. Falcone, it is your turn. Yep, and the last. Go ahead, roll for your accuracy. You get advantage. Woo! This man, balls bigger than brass, standing his ground, phew, phew, dodging your hits. Go ahead, attack again if you'd like, or what would you like to do? All right, that's a success. That successfully hits 4d12 for damage. Yep, that is a critical. No, 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 no. That would have been a critical if you hit over 20. Uh, the 26 is just 26 damage. Yeah, you punch this guy square in his chest, and no matter what kind of bravado he has, he crumples under that weighted punch. His anima power is fading. He's barely standing his ground. He coughs up blood, a lot of it. Um, I had to make a thing for enemies, how they drop blood compared to you. You have special training, so it's a 1-to-1. They are different. They have to get beaten up until they get to the point where they start bleeding that ratio. So he drops two bloody tokens. If they're weakened, yes. Or if he gets lucky enough on his devour check, yes. He does have devour. And with the end of this turn, Falcone, let me just get the scene set up. Just give me a second. Fruit punch. Falcone, sorry. So Falcone, as the battle rages on, you stop in mid battle tension. You can feel no challenge from those in front of you. Even if this battle progress for these anima users, one moment or another they will fall in front of you. That fire that burns deep inside your chest, that unrelinquished rage and wrath of hell emerges. You spend no moment longer hiding behind the trivialities of your original form. Now you ascend to your true form. Eh, you were. Yeah, that's perfect. As the massive demon shrinks into a skeletal form, shrieking loud enough that turns all the candles off. Now the dark church its only light is a pale, dark red glow that hovers across your entire body, Falcone. What the fuck? Hammerhead stutters as he tries to get a cohesive word out of his mouth. You turn to face the Chimera, effortlessly, with your pulling your arm back and junting the blade forward. Where did you get this blade, you may wonder? You created it using the two blood tokens on the field. You stab right into the chest of the manticore, and as you do, you see the symbiotic relationship between Anima construct and Anima user. Instead of Anima users taking double damage, constructs have their own HP value, and when they get killed, the Anima user takes half of the HP value of the construct. So this guy takes a huge true damage into his whole HP pool. The blade emulates from his chest cavity. He's trying to breathe, and there's only heat that suffocates his lungs as the light of his life fades out, and he is dead. Hammerhead sits back trying to run. He puts himself into a pin because he falls back onto his onto his like ass. But that mere mortal means nothing to you. No, he is just the final part of this game for you. The night and the scene dim down, as all can be seen is that Falcone strides slowly and ever surely to each and every one of the people in this building, and personally put blood token blades into them. One. Mhm. Uh, this is demonstration. Yeah, recruitment stat boss. Sorry, this is just like the lance where he rolled celestial moments. This is demonstration. It's not supposed to be. Huh? Yeah, he rolled two of them too, but no. So the scene fades out, and Falcone. The once we return back to camera, it is only a Falcone in his regular form. There is blood everywhere in the church now. There is no bodies. There are no bodies left. There's just dead. The only thing left would be the man you left broken in front of you, Hammerhead. You purposely did it. Just, just kill me. The man broken of will. You can send him back as a message to the deep shark, or kill him. You gently but firmly put your foot into his chest because he's groveling, and you kick him onto his back. Now go. He literally has to crawl out of your church, Falcone, whimpering, crying. You take a good gander of the blood all around you, and for a brief moment, Falcone, you can hear singing like a choir. You don't know where this. What? Yeah, well, I mean, it's like you in like the inebriation, the joy of murder. There are no bodies, by the way. There's just pools of blood. I won't go into detail what happened to those bodies. It's probably obvious. The best you can do with all the like you killed five people. The best you could do is spending all five of them to make a blood crystal. The blood crystal uh, is a rare trinket. You can sell it. Who would want such a thing, and how would you find a seller for it is beyond me. But its price range is assumedly between 1,500 gold pieces to 5,000. You can choose. Sorry, you can choose how you want to make the trinket. You can write this into your character sheet, but the trinket is just a trinket. It doesn't have any inherent value. But the church is now cleaned up that you can sell or show off. Okay, moving the camera along. As the night ends for Falcone, we go back into the daytime. It's not symbolic. Don't pay attention to it. We move on to Edmund. No, yeah, it was Cynric rounding us off, right? Okay, so Edmund, we return back to you in the Sauntering Stallion. This is of the a morning of coming up to the tournament. So, go ahead. So, oh well, Victor is here as well. So, uh, Victor would show up at this scene just to make things a little bit. One second. Yeah, yeah, days coming up to it. Yes, it's not specific just because it's more demonstration. You and Devon are both going out together. He's your other squad member. But oh, sorry, I got it, Danny. What do you mean Falcone eat? I don't want to meet no good father. Well, actually, it'd be better than my dad, beat asshole. What? One of the religious freaks? You don't tell me you believe in that kind of stuff, do you? Ugh. Sorry, I grew up gridiron most of my life. I don't really know what it means Falcone. Not if Falcone didn't explicitly tell you, because it's a Caribbean thing. I've seen a few of them. Devon looks at you confused. Uh-huh. I don't think I've ever seen The Godfather. I know who Scarface is. He walks you over to the local gym called the Quick Punch. So do you want to do physical training, like demonstration, or do you want to do gun training of a demonstration? well, not training. There's no longer training. This is just the gotcha. All right. Looks like that you get. Devon looks into the ring. There looks like that there's a free spot for a sparring session. You'll go fight one of the locals here. Just go easy on them because they're not Anima users. Yeah, you walk into the ring and you see a modest 5'8" man, Caucasian male, black short hair. He's wearing the training gear and he looks at you with a smile on his, like a slight smile on his face. He goes, "Hi, I'm Kevin. You ready to train?" All right. He puts his hands up and you can see that he's ready to take your attacks and incoming moves. All right, I'm ready when you are. Yeah. All right. Slight wind pushes around the air around you for dramatic flair as you swap into spectacular way. Nope, humans don't notice it. I admit you do notice the gust of wind that just. Yes, it's gonna be dexterity. Yeah, it's dexterity based. So dexterity accuracy, dexterity damage. Yep. Well, no, wait. Are you attacking with it? So it's not 2d10. It'll be 1d10, and then you're gonna roll for the skills, your advancement in the skill. And because you're a journeyman, you roll for you should have four things, not three things here, which is why my math is not right. Yeah, you need an apprentice spot. Ah, that's what I forgot to add. Um, hold on. Need to add new entry. So, initiate apprentice. Excuse me. And then journeyman. Oh, all right. I'll have to add this later, but so your apprentice form is that while dealing with exhaust issues, there are two issues before collapse. You gain advantage on rolls to prevent effects. This whole clause here is about whenever you are being exhausted, because whenever you yeah, so uh, you specifically make it easier for to exhaust your opponents. Your opponents can take up to gain exhaust fighting or spend exhaustion tokens. Well, you can welcome back. No, you're fine. I'm just trying to make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, that's fine. Exhaust fighting. Oh, that's what I see. Okay, that's what it is. In doing this attack, the attack gains negative accuracy, where X is the number of exhaust tokens you have. These actions are dexterity. Yeah. So what ends up happening is that every time you attack, right, you do a stylish attack where you're spending a certain amount of exhaustion tokens per attack. You can use as much as you like, all the way up to 10, but you also risk not landing that stylish hit. If you do, you devastate the enemy by putting exhaustion tokens on them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it took me a second. Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same kind of concept. You can put it into a grapple as well. Whenever you attack, so it can be a grapple too. So what you would have to do is first dedicate how much exhaustion you want to put on your opponent. Opponents can take up to 10 exhaustion, and you deal double the exhaustion for what you spend. Okay, no worries. So you're gonna roll for your accuracy, which is 1d10 plus 4d8. So when you apply your stylus technique, right, you go for a quick swap up on your legs. So you go swipe with your right leg, but then swap it with your left leg to sweep him off his feet. He doesn't take the notice of it and like gets dropped onto the floor. Whoa! Nice move. You can roll for damage if you'd like, to see how much you hurt him, but we're assumably just training you out to see how your techniques will work out. So he takes four exhaustion. So when he goes on his turn, he has to choose one of the three options. He loses half speed. When he makes a decision, when he makes one decision, he cannot make an attack roll, or loses half his speed. And exhaustion is recovered full at the end of his turn. The only way exhaustion is not recovered at full is if you maintain a grapple. Is that clear? So just to make sure to reiterate it, and I'll have this written on the character sheet too to update it for you. Uh, Where's my sheet? This is it. So enemies can take up to 10 exhaustion tokens whenever they have exhaustion. Whenever they have to take one of the three negative debuffs. When they're at 10 exhaustion tokens, if they keep 10 exhaustion tokens for 3 turns, they're considered KO. That's a non-lethal way of taking people out too. So let's rewrite exhaustion for specify rebel. Sorry, guys. And okay, that's for later. All right, so the guy gets back up. Good move. You want to go again? All right. Go ahead, roll a 1d10, 4d8, and then dedicate how much exhaustion you're spending. No, no. Yeah. So you would roll again for your 1d10, 4d8, then minus 5. I may also change the accuracy, but that's with playtesting and all. You rolled an 8. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? If you roll low, yeah. God damn, you rolled low. You try to pull back like a spectacular people's elbow, but you utterly missed the target. While you have 5 exhaustion tokens, if you were to continue maintaining exhaustion by taking taking a decision on a turn, because if you don't take any decision on a turn, you just lose all exhaustion. It's because you're spending the time to breathe and let it all out. If you were to maintain 5 exhaustion for 3 turns, then you get a complication. Then you get one more issue. Because with your apprentice, unlike normal people, you can go beyond the normal limit of exhaustion. So whereas someone else would fall apart for 3 turns, no questions asked, they're just knocked out. You are better trained. So if you can maintain being exhausted in a state for 6 turns instead of the normal 3. You also gain advantage on attack rolls while in the state. Yes, this effect. Yeah, this effect. I need to make sure I want to do this right. 2 complications while you're in complication, you get advantage on attack rolls. Yes. So while over exhausted, yeah, over exhausted, because you're trained in doing this, like a real wrestler. They show off their best prime when they're really exhausted, and you can still expend more exhaustion tokens. But when you get to 10, then it's like 2 turns being exhausted. You know what I'm saying? You also still get that negative debuff for all your attacks, that -5, until you recover the exhaustion. You can expend it by spending no decisions. But if you were to hit, you would have given them 10 immediately. And yeah, exactly. They would not get more. You would still have the 5 exhaustion. Okay. You take a deep breath like your father. This brings back memories of training with your father. You're back in the arena. Your dad's scolding you because you can't take a proper chest slap to the chest. And he goes one more time, but this time, when he hits you with it, you feel the exhaustion. You stand tall and you take the hit, and you do exactly the breathing technique you're doing right now, Eggman. And you let go of all the exhaustion. Oh, your journeyman can be something about when you get out of exhaustion, overexhaust. Ooh, I have an idea. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me write this. See, hey, it writes itself, right? While overexhausted, advantage on attacks can stay up to 6 turns. This also counts if you were to be suffocated or, yeah, suffocation, drowning. You can survive longer than most people. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, but so when you get out of exhaustion, overexhausted, you need to have maintained at least 3 turns. So at least 3 turns in overexhausted. Uh, there's no. Hold on. There ain't nothing about taking a hit, son. The real technique of the spectacular way is how we sell it to the audience. Hit me! The first time Edmund gets a real chance at his father, he reels back his fist, but because he's still learning, he doesn't use his dexterity. He's really just trying to do what his father is telling him with his only power. And with a as hard as he can, right hook hits his dad in the jaw, but his dad rolls with the hit. And he shows that he stands tall and pushes Edmund back by merely just with his face into his fist. You take the hit and you show the audience you ain't weak to it. It's all about the shows in taking the blow. He meant that both ways by hits and drugs. So, your journeyman, the idea of it is that if you were to stay in this, if you were to stay over exhausted for 3 turns, you heal 15 true HP and you gain 15 temporary. That does get the ability to get the ×2 multiplier. It maintains for 3 turns the temp HP, but you can only have that happen once per fight. Okay, so I'll add that onto it later, but I have to do it. All right. Do you need to talk? Do you need to train a little bit more with Kevin? Go ahead. Yes, a 16 is definitely a hit. As you jump into the air and you deliver that the fucking hardest and world's most epic jump drop kick to the chest you can possible. You you yeah, perfect. You launch poor Kevin into the tightrope corner as you drop to the ground heavy. You don't take damage other than the exhaustion, but that's why you hit the floor. You don't like because you're trained for it. You take exhaustion instead of taking damage, and you launch poor Kevin into the corner. He would take the distance traveled as a flat bonus damage, and he would take your mastery damage as dice against the attack again for damage for what he's taking. It is a spectacular move. Well, Devon whistles from the ringside. Damn, look at you go! I didn't know that you can jump around like that. That has me a little bit more safe about you being captain of the squad. You know. Well, clearly you have the training. Kevin, I I'm gonna take 5. He's hurt, but nothing that won't like he won't like be able to walk off a few days from now. Kevin appreciates it. He doesn't take the damage like personally, but he was, he thought the attack was pretty neat. And with that, Edmund, you and Devon go back to the Sauntering Stallion, where you find that Green Tea is talking with somebody inside the bar. So, are you a music guy or I mean, you look like the tall, emo-looking guy type. He's talking to Victor. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, Edmund, welcome back. This guy, yeah, he calls himself Victor Falcone. Oh, no, no, actually, I got lost. No, I never made it. No, I wasn't safe. Hold on. I had to fight a subway cat for lunch. I'm not leaving here again. I was trying to get my shoes at the soup store. No, this guy says he spelled Victor. Who the hell's Vincent? Who? Devon? Wait, weren't you just talking about that guy earlier? I don't like I don't like where any of this sounds like it's going. Mm. So yeah, see, told you that I got bad vibes off this. Devon speaks up. Well, damn. Wait, like he, Green Tea pulls up his like hand into the metal thorn horns. The real Satan himself. You know, for a guy who said we had to go see this, you're kind of explaining a really vivid picture of what we're gonna see. So, just to speed and end this scene along, what's Victor's intention being the sauntering stallion? All right, well, you can ask what's it called, Captain Delta, if he could recruit Victor. Of course, Victor would need to do his own police training. That's one job you can offer. Board and room may not be an option if you plan to give the building to the market district, as they would want police officers there. Green Tea looks up. Wait, the pigs are gonna be here? Ah, crap! I can't smoke the smoke leaf I bought for East Bay. It's some good East Bay weed. Sorry, smoke leaf. Devon. You see Devon just like casually light his own joint, smoke joint leaf. I don't think I have a problem either, but to enforce it, I gotta have to, you know. But anyway, Victor, are you willing to take on a more police role? I'm staying here. Squatters' rights. He pulls out his guitar. Oh, hey, Edmund, you're in the tournament too, right? Well, good luck to you, because I aim to win. Oh, I'm in the tournament. Uh, I'm kind of a travail born and raised. I'm not really even particular to the wrestling scene either, so no, I don't know about Johnny Miles. Yeah, I heard of Johnny Miles. Wasn't he with also the Bastard Beast of West Bay? Mm, I'm not really paid to ask I'm not paid enough to answer these kind of trivial questions. Yes, your name is similar to Johnny Miles. Well, no shit. Devon gives you the real law. Well, no shit. What do you want me to do, Mr. Sub Superstar? You want me to roll you a red carpet? Well, then up show them the tournament. Yeah, Green Tea speaks up. You ain't your son. You ain't your father's son. And with that, the scene fades, and we're brought back to the market district in the Aristotle area, where Cynric is waking is coming. We're coming to the evening of Cynric being a Solaris. This could be the few days coming that where Cynric is leaving the Solaris, the Silver Order. Are you here, Loon? Loon? Oh, okay. Let me tell you something. There will be blood. Mm. Dang, I really want to wait for for Loon to come back. Yeah, that's good. We kind of assumed that there's something coming up with Misha, so I was just waiting, patient. No, you're fine, man. Alright, yes. There we go. No, yeah, that's close enough. So, with you back, let me just save these changes. The camera comes back to Solaris for Cynric into the Market District Aristotle. This is the ending of an afternoon, and it could be the final day that Cynric is spending at Solaris before he makes his journey to the arena at the Market District, Cervantes. While you're Hmm? In Solaris, no, you're gonna make your way from Solaris and you're gonna start traveling to the Market District for the tournament. So this is like your final evening within the Solaris Sanctum. While you're just probably milling around, um, you are finally approached by a feminine lady. Well, not feminine, but a feminine person, and she walks up towards you and smiles. She has blue hair with silver bangs through it. I don't think I ever had the chance to speak with you. She speaks in a high, haughty voice. My name's Jana, and I've heard quite a deal of you, Cyrus. Well, I understand that you are a calm and temperamental person, that you have the strength of a physique of a rather large giant, but almost like a chihuahua in temperament. Well, I mean, I don't think of you to be able to hurt a fly. She smiles. I think your muscles all for show. Want to show me? You want to prove me wrong? She smirks at you. Jana, by the way, comes up 5'8", so she's definitely shorter than you. But she's dressed in what appears to be the same attire that Reiner dresses in, and he is also a journeyman. All the acolytes are not dressed in the same outfit. All acolytes have the silver robe, but Jana and Raynor have their own stylized silver tunics. Both of them have four silver sashes that go across their belts, their stomach waistlines, but they can stylize these belts across their body. Jana has it where two straps go over her left shoulder and two straps keep to her midsection. So these four silver bands across them. Raynor has both of his bands left on his left, two on his left arm and two on his right arm. Jana smirks at Cynric as she leads Cynric towards a sort of sparring area, large enough space within the church that can allow for such activities. I wanted to see the kind of temperament that you are. I mean, after all, you're one of the few strangers who just suddenly showed up with no guidance to come to our. Well, you came to our sanctum with no invitation, so I wanted to see what kind of skill you have. Raynor spoke highly of you when you were training with him. I want to see the real deal. Am I cutting off for everyone else? Okay. No, Loon was just Loon hears me coming in and out, but everyone else hears me, so he disconnected. And welcome back from your P. Jana, a journeyman, has challenged Cynric to a sparring session in the Solaris. They're fighting in the church, and some of the acolytes have come to watch the spectacle to occur. Of course, this is sparring, so any damage done will be considered non-lethal. You can freely use your silver magic, Don't worry about not holding back. Clearly, Janet doesn't seem to have an interest in holding back herself. Neither of you are going to push the limits of killing each other. Okay, so but everyone else heard me, right? Okay, gotcha. Okay, great. I'm sorry. I just whenever I hear him, because I'm stoned and I'm like, am I actually fucking up? Okay, okay. That does suck. Dude, fucking, they will be like, what? How can he turn into it? That's not possible. Foaming at the mouth. Who the fuck is Michael? A pygmy runs up behind Lance and kicks him in the nuts. Very hurrah moment for those silver. Yeah, seriously. How are you guys enjoying the session today? Welcome back. Okay. No, imagine you did. He comes up to you. What are you gonna do about it? GSS. Anyway, back to Cyric's situation. Cyric, you've been taunted into a duel with Janna. Janna knows, like, Janna is both of you are sparring. There is non-lethal damage involved. It won't be lethal. Go all out. Use what you wish. Janna's clearly going to throw out her own skills and flair because I'm going to show you just what silver magic can also do. On the other hand, whenever you spend silver magic, it is a decision, unlike AP. So one of the clear definitive differences between your skills and your AP is that AP is spent and then can be just activated without any willy nilliness. If it attacks somebody, that's when you need to spend a decision. Same with skills. You have to spend a decision in order to use a skill, and then use the appropriate like resources. If it's blood tokens, if it's exhaustion, or in Cyric's case, if it's silver magic, where it pulls from AP. Where he pulls from AP, yeah. So, Cyric, you and Janet are standing toe to toe against each other. What is your dexterity and speed? You don't have to roll anything, just their flat values, please. Mm-hmm. No worries. Gotcha. All right. So 18. Wow, look at you. That is pretty good of you. You're a very fast boy. So we're gonna do this the tournament style. Your it doesn't matter what your initiative is. We're using that rather as your AC for anyone hitting you. You can flavor text this either as Cyric dodging an attack or Cyric keeping his chest up and the attack just hits and it doesn't deal damage because Cyric just bulks through it. However you like to flavor it, we're not using the initiative to decide who goes first. This is going to be a training into how to fight in the tournament. So both contestants, Jana and Cyric, will go together. Cyric, you'll first to get to decide what you want to do. You don't have to tell me immediately because as soon as you're ready to tell me what you decided, then you'll message me, not verbally. You'll decide between three things: uh, making a decision, which is the lowest speed of three; movement, which is speed two; and then spending AP, which is the fastest thing you can do. Now, when you message me, and I make my move as well because I will move Janet or do as which Janet will do. We both go at the same time, but whoever's choice is the higher number, they go first in the initiative. If both have AP, then it goes back down to the initiative number, who's the faster one there. All right. So go ahead. You're going to message me. Do you want to make a decision? Do you want to make a movement, or do you want to spend your AP? Okay. That's great. So that will be a decision. So you are rank 3 in your choice. Just to verbalize it for everybody, he's decided to. Cyric takes a stance and goes into his dragon training. When you take the stance style change, you notice that your opponent, Janna, is waving her hand in the air, spending two silver magic. Since she's a non-anima user, silver magic comes differently towards just regular human folk. They channel it in their own and through their own means. Janet hasn't revealed or is keeping it a secret how she's manipulating her silver magic from you. But she waves silver magic above her, and it comes back down like a silver screen across her. It's a burst. That's not a burst one. It is a self one effect, so it's only in her tile, but she's covered in a box like silver screen that only covers her. Cyric, you take the dragon stance. And your fighting style is the fire dragon. All right, all right, Cyric. You are about 30 feet away from Janna, and you have one decision, one movement, one reaction. No, well, you've one reaction, which you can always use your reaction if someone else goes first, etc. Go ahead and message me what would you like to do next. Actually, because it's a tutorial, don't message me. But understand when it's the tournament, you guys will be messaging me. Go ahead and verbalize what you'll do. It'll speed us up. Um, she's a human. She will take double damage, and that will be considered non-lethal. It'll end the duel immediately. Yeah, you can throw fist at her. She can take that. You can throw. You can improvise your silver magic and use that. You can use your fighting style. You can use that, but not your anima power. Yeah, you don't want to kill her, as far as I understand. Oh my gosh. Siren. Okay, so movement is 2. She spends another 2 AP. No, sorry, not 2 AP, because she's not an anima user, but she spends another 2 silver magic manipulation. And her left and right hand now have this mirrored like surface on it. But you rush up to her with your movement. Now you are within melee range, so it's 5 feet away from her. You can see the silver screen continues to rotate in a weird axis that you can't see, but it's like rotating. So the silver screen is always moving around, and her hand she keeps her hands, those mirrors, facing you, and you can see the top portion of yourself and the lower portion of yourself in both halves of the silver Mirrors. You sure about this? This is your tech. This is going to be your big gambit. She taunts you. All right. So you're going to go spend one AP, and she is going to spend a movement to disengage. You spend the one AP in order to charge your hands. Uh, yeah, using silver magic. So when you do that, right, you feel the touch of the silver within you. You channel it from your chest first. And you can see your fingertips first start to glow silver, and then your forearms are the maximum that you can get to. Your right hand is modified with silver energy. It will allow you to deal a 1d10 silver attack. Like it adds on to your regular attack. So whenever you attack with anything with your melee attack, you get a 1d10 modifier. When you charge up with your silver left hand, and before she moves from the spot, she spends a reaction when you charge up your right hand, and she swipes. She uses the silver mirror on her left hand, and she swipes away the silver energy that you just cast. You can see she's using some sort of dispel magic with her left and right hands. Sure. Now we're gonna make a we're gonna have to make a dexterity and yeah, dexterity check for that. Yeah, it'll be opposed. Yep. So she swipes away your powers before you get a chance to react. So you can still, well, you still commit to the reaction punch. So you can still attack her. So it's going to be your power, unless well, uh, your fighting style. Oh yeah, you're a novice in it. So it's power plus. No, power plus 1d4. Yeah, 6. Unfortunately, that's a miss. Whew. She dodges nimbly from your attack. Too slow. And then she moves safely away 15 tiles. You have one last decision and no reaction left. What would you like to do? If you would like to, yeah. You spend the decision in order to re-enhance your right hand, and she spends her last decision in order to charge. You can see silver energy swelling from the ground and coming back into her. The barrier is maintained, but the left and right hands are gone. The mirror things. As this round ends, she looks at you. Is that all you have? Or are you holding back? Because I'm a lady. Well, Janet just dispels her powers. Maybe when we have a chance to have a chance for a real more fledged out fight. I see you have your tech. Hmm? It wouldn't kill her, but you'd hurt her. Yeah, Astronova's an anima. But Janet disengages the duel in order to engage with Cyrek. I can see you have potential. What do you? Well, for now, because I have other duties to attend to. I do want to see more of your powers, though. I know that you're going into a tournament, and I'm sorry for the abrupt ending. I, Sorry, you start to notice that yeah, Jana reaches her hand out and gives you a solid shake. You are you are well respected in the community of the Silver Solaris. And with that being said, well, because you're a good student, well behaved, and you were able to keep your toe to toe with someone who is a journeyman, and you're just a novice. No, wait, where are you with Silver Magic? Nope, initiative. Yeah, so you took on a journeyman, and you're just an initiate. That's impressive. Oh, because you went from initiate to apprentice? Okay. I'll add the notes to it, okay? So, no worries. I'm gonna put I'm just writing it down right now. So, add apprentice for silver. And the effect will be uh, no longer losing uh, AP when you get out of that form. Silver. And so, makes the magic, makes the ability, reduces the effect. And AP2 silver. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine adding that. Sorry. I just had to add those notes. But yeah, Cyril, with the chance that you had to duel with Janna, you know, it's just a fair reminder that silver magic has many different applications. It's always simple to the will to the user to be able to use the force of it. You can't maintain multiple constructs or weapons in silver. You can enhance weapons, you can enhance yourself, heal yourself. There's a plethora of things you can do. Silver, while it's a regenerative force, it can also be weaponized. It's just not its natural form state. There won't be a weakness towards it or of doing it either. It's just it's not its the intended usage. That's all. No, I got you right here. Falcone with the grasps. His hands come out of nowhere. Just Hell's Raft's hands. All right, go ahead. No one lives long enough to complain. Well, with all the training, the had. Okay, so we are at the tournament finally. Everyone is cheering as this is the second week of October. The excitement is in the air in the market district. Um, how will How will who do I want to choose first? Cyrix, since we had you narrated that you're walking towards the market district. So you've traveled from Gambino to the Cervantes district. And whilst this is a very long travel, your excitement for fighting your, and using some of the silver magic training, you kept yourself from getting too exhausted. So you're in just the right fighting condition. Walking straight, no breaks, no pauses. And you arrive at the arena exterior. Lance, you're going to get to the arena with Steiner and the rest of Squad Zero, right? Uh, Lance, I'm not going to use my anima on you. That's reckless driving. And whilst joining you, Squad Zero is also the Ranger. I won't want to take a chance to miss out on watching the Bastion Beast of West Bay's son fight. They're taking the door knocker. There's no other way Lance would they're making Lance like they're gonna give Lance his his time to shine with his fucking door knocker. Uh huh. That's surprising. Nah, I kept around news. Ruffians in West Bay, East Bay, they all make their way to Caribbean or Market District when they want to go big. So I kept my eye on some of the small fry. And so happened to be the Dead Enders, that West Bay gang before everything turned to shit. You don't say. Huh. The men in suits? He stays really quiet. Hmm. No worries. And going on down the list, Lance is being driven to the Market District. Falcone in Travail, how are you arriving? You do have the church wagon. Clearly not a true representation of your character, but I don't think anyone's gonna notice right now. No. So you're gonna take the church mobile. As you sit into it, you take nice little wheels to it. You're like, I feel a lot heavier than I normally do. As the car kind of like the van kind of like just sinks a little bit deeper than normal. Hmm. Probably cut back on any of those people. But anyway, you begin to make your way towards the marketplace tournament. God damn. God damn. So, the last person we need to touch into is Edmund. How are you arriving? Market District. The 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 Cervantes. It's right there where the cowboy guys are. Okay. Green teas are gonna join you in walking. You don't need to take any weapons. They'll provide you one, but sure, if you want to take yours. That is true. Green tea, Devon, Victor. I'm assuming Victor just because, I mean, it's gonna be a, yeah, tournament. Busy with work, unfortunately. But your entourage with green tea, he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You ready to go, Edmund? I'm gonna win my round. You better be able to win yours so we can fight in the finals. No, I know what I said. The finals. Who? Who's Lance McKinley? Huh? No, no. There'll be outfit provides. Okay. The air is electrifying. Everyone's gathering around, and the concentration of the anima in air, the air of anima users, is palpable. Like it's so noticeable, and there's a huge crowd of people standing on the outside of everything, where they're monitoring and they're outside the gated area because when we go and take a closer look where the competitors are going, this is what you can imagine. You get yourselves into the Baron's estate, and a large tournament in a circular form is held a grand tournament entry, and four large statues depicting different avatars watch over the battle arena. In the far distance is the Baron's castle himself, sitting in the great distance. Sorry. Just a little bit more. Just give me a little bit more longer. Sorry. All right. So I think that's enough. Um, while we're taking this immaculate view, we are given uh, tableside where we hear announcements speak out from both shit. Who are they names again? Shit, Jim Ross and yeah, Ross, Jim, and Laura Jarrett. Could you mind helping me with one of the announcers, Evie? I think you got some of the energy just behind it. Just follow my enthusiasm. Uh, ladies and who are you more comfortable with? Because they're namesakes, but they don't have to be persona sakes. Because I'm definitely gonna take my own persona. Jim Ross. I'm Lawler. The surprising thing, Jim, is that the technology here at the marketplace, at the Baron's personal fight arena, created for the Coliseum, created specifically for Anima Fight Entertainment, has Magicite technology. You gotta understand, Jim, this is a reflective like glass feature that we can see the anima powers firsthand. This will be some of Spiral City's non-anima users first time ever seeing an anima live in action. How do you feel about this? Now, as the camera panels through the audience, I mean, I wish I had more tokens out right now, but I just gonna swap over to the camera panels over to the tournament side where we're doing the opening ceremony, and we'll do the slotting. I want to buy a. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. So there's an audience of already people in the crowd. Lawler, we got some fancy folk here today that we need to do a little bit of shout out to. He may not be in the audience, but his secretary, Alora Framelap of Travail, is here today. And the kind of camera panels over towards Alora, and Alora, they give a wave and a smile to the crowd. Hello. Hi. There. Okay, sorry. Agreed. I heard that this is the next coming election that Alora will be running for Travail District position and to replace her current mentor, Richard Turkey. It might be an interesting time at the polls coming up next year. All right. And we have another surprise guest coming from Caribbean. Rented the booth herself. It is the one and only, and she appears almost as if thin air. Queen Caribbean. There is a man who stands out in a fine suit, black jet hair. But surrounding Caribbean and aisles behind her and in front of her are four immaculate, dark-skinned males, all 6'7", dressed in fine black suits, garnished with wave like ocean-like patterns on their cufflets and their collars. Queen Caribbean joins the audience to watch the spectacular tournament. There are more people in the audience, and I will fill it out, but we'll get there, you know? Well, I wasn't gonna miss a good fight. Huh? Well, I wasn't gonna miss a good fight. He pulls out his gun, and I get a chance at Falcon. Sitting near running in the 90s in Doyle, lol. You don't have a fucking clue at all. You're just like, well, I'm here. Well, I'm not revealing no names. This is why you take notes and stuff. No, 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 no. He's not talking about running in the 90s. He's talking about this guy right here. Who is this? Oh, oh, another announcement would come out that hold on. Get it. Another yeah, another announcement would come out from Jim Law. Oh, and we got some news that we'll have some of the uh, Squad Zero, no, it's not Squad SAD members joining the audience. Not, no, they can talk freely. No, 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 no. Before you mention anything further about the Beastmaster, he looks nothing like who he was. Oh, hey, Zero T-Town, thank you for the raid, dude. Holy shit, great timing. Uh, Zero, a T-Town, and Raiders, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys had a great stream with Zero. Uh, this is a ongoing role play called Spiral City Chronicles. It's based on the Overarm system. It's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure mixed with Persona. Everyone's a stand user, and this is a tournament that I've created. A lot of these characters that are in the audience have already been part of the campaign, and the players are going to take part in a big tournament fight. So this is just us going over who's in the audience and who's going to be there. Thank you so much for the raid. Game night, we got to get a shout out command prop. Yeah, we have to get a shout out command prop because oh, there we go. We do have it. Nice. Well, thank you, Zero T Tab, for tuning in. The players are definitely excited. Everyone's trained for this tournament. Everyone's got they had gotten their power buffs. Some just turning into demigods. Others becoming a police officer. But essentially, but yeah. So Squad Sad is here in these in the. Thank you, Game Night. Yeah, Jim Ross, and we are here at the audience side too, so we get the best exposure to the ring. Oh, oh, good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting closer to the start of the main event, which will be what's it called, the lineup of all of the combatants for the tournament. All right, we're gonna start with combatant number one, and this definitely does not rank their strength or ability. Combatant number one, come down the arena. One coming from, he looks over the list. West Bay. Really? We have someone from West Bay? Oh, wait a minute. This is an interesting one. Our combatant number one coming from West Bay, Lance McKinley, weighing in. Shit, what's Lance's weight? We have you for 258. But yeah, we'll put you to 280. Okay, so I'm switching your weight. Coming up at 6'1", 280 pounds. That's chunky muscle boy. Lance McKinley is hailing from West Bay. Come into the arena. Well, hold on, hold on. So you're coming in from the left side. Go ahead. And then Lance jumps into the arena and he shows off. Oh, there you have it. Looks like the Beast Basher of West Bay's one and only prodigy child, Lance McKinley. According to the according to uh, the report that we have in front of us about Lance, is that he is a domestic terrorist turned better for Travail's police department, helping out taking out that kaiju event with his bare fist, no less. Danny, Danny, go ahead. Lance, you get lined up over here, close to the audience. All right. Yeah, they joined. Yeah, they came into the area. I'll pull them in just a bit. Yep, no worries. Contestant number two, hailing from Gridiron, born and raised, son to another prodigy fighter. Wow. Back to back. We have Edmund Miles. You're not. These are introducing. If you had a token for it, I'd put it on. Okay. So you have your typical outfit, but a bandana covering your face. You can, yeah. So you make your way up to the arena. Anything fancy you want to do? Look at that confident stride. You take your wait, hold on. Before we continue, you take your last step before you step into the arena. Edmund, you remember the sensation of the first time you stepped into the arena, the first real fight you had to do. Are you ready to handle that challenge now? You step right through the portal and enter the arena. The audience cheers as you take your position next to Lance. And then a pygmy comes and drop kicks both. So, third competitor, hailing from, uh, well, wait a minute. All we have is a name. They have all the other information left out on purpose. How the hell are we supposed to introduce? All right, introducing our third competitor, one Bishop Father Falcone. No, yeah, that the crime family Falcone, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that is the interesting question that only the Baron himself must be able to answer. Roll a con save. Falcone, as you step into the arena, everyone's like, what the? Whoa, what a costume design! Falcone, Falcone, do you want to do anything fancy while you walk up to the arena? Welcome back. Every step you take echoes across the arena. Everyone's quiet. There's no cheering like everyone else. How do you like to go through the rope? There's like the rope for the arena. How do you like to go over it? Like, do you want to go through it? Do you want to hop over it? With ease. Yep, with ease, you just hop right over the arena. And without much of fanfare because no one is cheering and everyone's just like, what the fuck? You take your position. Okay, introducing our fourth competitor, hailing from. Hi, guys! She pulls out a rocket launcher. Her AP3. Rocket barrage! Hailing at an astonishing. Hold on. Sorry, just a little bit more organized. I'm sorry, guys. hailing a staggering 7'2", weighing in 305 pounds. This fighter does not have a place of origin, but goes by the name of Magnus Maverick. The audience cheers on as the massive 7 foot tall fighter approaches the arena, staggering in muscle mass. And is he wearing just a single one piece? Wow, brazen! Look at the display of the muscles, the articulation. And I'm going to share it to you guys in the chat what he looks like as Magnus Maverick. Would you like to? How would you like to enter the arena? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Okay. Yep, that's Magnus Maverick. You gonna stride? Yep, you take your time. Power striding, waving at the audience, and everyone is actually chewing it up. The massive muscle head that you are, the massive muscles that you are, sorry, not head, but massive muscles that you have, shine across the lights that glimmer across on top of your body. How do you want to enter the arena? Sure. You take off your cape and you manage to wind up your right hand behind, like with several swings, and you throw the cape into the audience. And before it hits the audience, ah, a round circular object floats into the air and grabs the cape before sinking away back into the darkness that you can't see. How do you want to enter the arena now? Hooah! Hooah! Audience choose it. Sign! Wreck! Sign! Wreck! Sorry, no, I was saying that. Maverick! Maverick! You stride into the arena, pulling down the ropes with only Anima users can see it, but most of the audience members are Anima users, so they see the display of your Anima power. Pwah! He takes. Go ahead. He holds. Yeah, so he hold. Maverick holds up a AP1 construct sword above his head. Ha! One last cheer comes out from the crowd as everyone is really chewing up the performance done. Maverick, you get a chance to notice your other competitors next to you. Yeah, the audience can't hear you guys. Any current thoughts about the competitors so far in the arena, uh, Jim Ross? I must agree. I wonder how Johnny Miles' kid's going to handle his position across the plethora of these muscleheads and that guy who looks sort of like a demon. Yes, I'm sort of getting the demon-like vibes. It might be good costume. All right, introducing our next competitor, hailing from, well, place of origins not specified. They have the tutelage of the once revered Johnny Miles entering the arena, going by the name of Rising Star, a megalo boxer prodigy from the lower spire. Rising Star stands at 6'2", 300. Let's start 6'2", 275 pounds. Go ahead. He has. Go ahead, guys. Okay. So Rising Star has medical like tape banded across his left and right arms. His chest is exposed, and he has and he has martial arts shorts. And he stands and walks with grace. Every step is flawless. It says here that Rising Star has a astonishing 32 consecutive knockout megalo boxing fights. Many of the current competitors have only had 12 to 13 fights due to the equipment strain and the damage received during megalo boxing. Megalo boxing, for the audience that don't know at large, is mechanical boxing where overarms are attached to the left and right arms to enhance the blows and attacks. Some suits are also enhanced for movement to allow the spine to react faster. Rising Star is considered a prodigy in the megalo boxing arena. It's interesting to see what he's going to bring into this tournament. He said the name of the system? Ah, fuck. My own hairverse! I blow up. Rising Star looks at, as he's like walking up to the line, he glares at Edmund. But everyone else, he gives a cold stare. Your father's name is a placeholder. I will surpass him. I will break you to do it. He doesn't answer Lance. As the next competitor is entering the arena, hailing from what the? Why do we keep getting these fucking? No, sorry. Why do we keep getting these street rat? Okay, hailing from East Bay, he likes to consider. He's keeping his title to the graffiti artist, the master, the one and only Drex Marks. Drex Martin. Drex Martin. Yeah, I don't know either. He's from East Bay. There's He says he's a graffiti artist. He skates. He's wearing. So this darker skinned male, caramel colored. Yeah, he has. He has a jacket on and carries visible graffiti cans on his left and right hips, and he's rollerblading in on wheel like rollerblades. He skates up towards the arena, and before the steps come up, he does a stand flip into the arena. Oh yeah! And his anima, he's oh sorry, we have to go over each of the well, once we do the lineup, we'll go over the anima powers. Next in the arena, next to get into the arena, um ah, hailing from marketplace, undisclosed location. He has been a prodigy fighter, winning over 100 dedicated fights in the arena, standing at an impressive 6'9", weighing in 265 pounds. He enters with his name, uh, Winning Move. You also have the radioactive Splat Man from the Underspire. You don't remember him? So, the winning move takes specifically angular movements to the arena and makes his way into the stage. Winning move stand has a unique feature that he has on his left shoulder, a literal mounted into his shoulder blade, a horse icon, and on his right shoulder there is a rook icon. Next, we have coming from Travail, a current gym. He considers himself a gym fighter enthusiast and looking to improve the neighborhood of Travail. Coming in 5'9", 295 pounds, Brock Smitch. Brock Smitch has dark matted hair. He stands with a grizzled body that's more potbelly than muscle, and he walks with a staggered left and right. No, he walks with like a kind of a waddle, but it's not like pronounced. But he does walk with a waddle. Once he gets into the ringside, he kind of struggles to actually fit through the rope, and everyone kind of laughs when he stumbles out of it. Crap! Damn it! Where do we find these fighters? Jim Ross speaks away from the mic. But he found it's like he found hobos or something. 500 gold for the reference. That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, back to the tournament at hand. The next up is from Gridiron. Oh my god. Can we at least get some respectable people? Standing in an impressive 7 foot tall, uh, 325 pounds of muscle and fury, a formal inmate turned into a business entrepreneur. Give it up for Gregor Murdoch! His full name is Gregor Murdoch, but yes. When he walks, he does the Stone Cold Steve Austin. He has 2 cans of beer, smacks them, drinks them. Ah, yeah, I'm ready to fuck shit up. Murdoch jumps in the arena, and when he jumps in, it like shakes under his weight. Whoa! You ready for a fight? I remember too, and I hope they put me to fight against you, Lance McKinley, because this time I'm gonna put you in the ground. Edmund, how the hell did you get invited to this fight tournament? Wait a minute, aren't you the son of the Jimmy Johnny Joni Miles? Coming from from location not specified, probably for the best. Standing in impressive 5'10", 210 pounds. He's named himself Dervish. He has shades on, red flamey hair, and a side. He has like the red mohawk and the side of his head shaved off, and on the side of the head where it's shaved is yellow. He wears a punk outfit that matches the aesthetic of like uh, a leather jacket, tight pants, belts, and uniquely on his back as he walks towards the arena, he shows off a dragon icon that's embroidered in red and yeah, in red linery. It says here that he's an impressive martial art master. He claims to know the House of the Flying Dragon style. We'll see how far that fighting style gets him, won't we? Yeah, House of the Rising Dragon. Yes. What do you mean? It's a real ancient one that's been forgotten in most of the Spiral City fighting arenas. It's only been ever kept up in the more rural districts like West or East Bay. So I'm guessing he has to come from one of those places. God damn it! Throws his hat in the ground. Kind of like stands, Animas can't hurt their own users. Yes, you can do it for show. It won't hurt you. All right. So far, we have 10 of our competitors. We have 6 more to go. Moving on to the next. We are now at number 11 competitor, who is from Dervish. Where are you? Oh, here you are. All right. Hailing from the marketplace. His hobbies include deep diving and subnautical exploration. He enters with his Animas name, Ocean Astronaut. No, and neither were you. Yeah, lawyer. Yeah, no, and neither were you, if I recall. Wow. He has been given special permission in order to enter the arena with diving equipment. I can't imagine it being light. There is an oxygen tank on his back as he steps into the arena. He stands menacingly. Yeah, 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 yeah. No reaction. Next up in the arena, coming in from the lower spire. Ah, final. No, yeah, from the lower spire. Finally, it's a respectable class. He claims to be a um, anima enthusiast, whatever that means. He goes by the name Maximilian. I said I'm an artifact enthusiast. God damn it. Maximilian strides through towards the arena. He is a 5'9" man, around 195 pounds, wearing a suit and dressed like he has like a fine suit, got gloves on, and he has this aura of just rich and entitlement. Standing in here, is he? I don't fucking know. Oh, it is. Yeah, so 500 gold pieces. Yeah, it is. That's what he calls himself. Yes. Or sorry, not artifact. Mecha enthusiast. You're about to get Nikola Tesla. I punch you. All right. Next, coming in from Travail, uh, says here that he sells hot dogs. Coming into the arena is Mr. Hall. That's what he wants to call himself. Yup. And he walks. Yes. I don't know how. I think they just wanted those jobbers again. I guess. I mean, look at him. The calm, the calm, pleasant smile of Mr. Hall eases everyone as if he's Mr. Rogers, and he has his eyes closed and he waves at the audience. And he takes Very, takes deliberate strides. He doesn't like walk fast or anything. He's very slow and takes his time with things. Walks into the arena. And Mr. Hall takes his place in the lineup of fighters. Yeah, didn't see that coming, did you? He looks at Lance with a smile. I don't know what you're talking about. I never met you before, but it's a pleasure to fight against you, and I do hope that we have a good time together. He has his eyes still closed, and it's still this pleasant smile from earlier. Next, coming into the arena. Oh, hmm. Another, another East Bay trash rat. Self-proclaimed Yakuza member extraordinaire. Yada yada yada. Beat 1,000 people up by themselves, apparently. Hey, if you ever read my shit, read it right, asshole. A woman strides right out from the arena entrance. She stands in an impressive five. Sorry? Huh? What'd you say to me? She runs up into the arena, jumps into it, and directly runs up to Lance. What did you say to me? You see the armed guards put weapons up and pointed at you guys? Back it up! You see Kana holding her wooden. Well, no, they back up. She stitches off. I hope I fight against your trash ass. East Bay's better. We have our last two competitors. This one comes from considers himself a roaming professional guitarsman. I just can't keep up with this anymore. He calls himself Green Tea. You have got to be hanging out in more sociable places than this. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Green Tea hypes up the audience by pulling out his guitar and making a mini solo. Let's go! I'm playing the champion theme. There ain't nothing stopping me. Let's go! No, I've removed the terror range and I've made it blood sight instead. It's just a passive thing that everyone who looks at Falcone, they're like, "You are a literal demon. There's no mistaking it." Finally, our last competitor, hailing from the Upper Spire. He goes by many names. The leading father in the green religion, Minister Belphamy. Minister Belfry walks into the arena. A Count Dooku, older gentleman nearing his 40s or 50s, has a staunch black beard, but wears a garb that's danced in green lights and colors. As he takes steps across the arena floor, his footsteps leave small footprints that first flourish with green and then decay to black and fade to nothing. He creates grass patches as he steps. He walks. Minister Belthamy. The minister makes his stride across the arena, but then stops right here. Falcone, you and Belphamy take a look at each other. Hold on, I'm sending you a message. There's a quiet mutual stare between Belphamy and Falcone before Belphamy takes his place. For me? What do you mean glowing? No, no. That's not a passive effect for you. No. All right, with this settled on, the tournament bracket will be decided. Hold on. We're getting a message, Jim Ross. Uh huh. Uh, predetermined fight. What? Uh, second round? Okay, okay. Coming from from the Baron himself, the second round of the tournament has already been decided. It will be uh sorry, give me a second. Bishop Father Falcone versus Minister Belthamy. Yes, yeah, absolutely, yes. It's just it was It's much less like he's an angel, much more like he wields angelic energy. With the second round already being decided. Kind of yells, "Hold on! I want to fight! I want a specific fight!" She raises her hand. "I don't think it's fair that that asshole and that asshole get to fight each other. Because I want to fight," and she points at Lance. "You! We can't have you guys just pick your own." Another phone call comes in. Picks it up. "Yes, Barrett? Uh huh. What? The first match has been decided. Lance McKinley versus Kana. Second round. Falcone versus. Sorry, Bishop Falcone. Bishop Father Falcone versus Minister Belfamy. Kana. Okay. Well, if I win, I get to slay either an angel or a demon. Go ahead. Go ahead. Eat Lance. I got five on it. It's not going to work like this. Where's the other tournament generator? Because the third round, fourth round are going to be specific. I just need to see the brackets. Okay, here we go. No, you're not choosing your fights. There were specifically two that. Well, let's see what happens. So, first round, second round, third round, and fourth round. Okay, 16 teams. No, there's 16 people. Oh no, that's fight one. That's fight two. This is fight three. Okay, so fight four, three, and four are two different fighter brackets. Okay, so I'm going to throw a 1d12 twice and see who I get, and then I'll throw it another time to determine. Where's my. Here it is. So, just make it real quick. Wow, okay. So, I keep kicking him in the balls. And then. Oh, that's better. Right, she's fine. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm deciding. LOL. So, round three is going to be uh, Brock Smitch versus Murdoch. In the fourth match, it's I kind of have the placements a lot easier. In the fourth match, because one, two, three, four, yeah, same bracket. In the fourth match, and that divides this bracket, we're going to have uh, Green Tea versus Dervish. In the fifth fight, Edmund Miles versus Ocean Astronaut. He doesn't react when you look back. He just stands there. Rising in in the sixth round, Rising Star versus Drex Martin. In the seventh round, Winning Move versus Seinrich. Sorry. Maverick Magnus. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Maverick for short. So versus Maverick. And in the eighth, good. Yep, that's Winning Move. Sorry, that's not when. Yeah, that's a Winning Move. That's what he calls himself. Yes. Finally, to wrap up our tournament, uh, Mr. Hall versus Maximilian. So yeah, exactly. So group one consists of Lance McKinley, Kana, Falcone, Mr. Belthamy, uh, Brock Smitch, Murdoch, Green Tea, and Dervish. And then in the second group is Edmund, Ocean Astronaut, Rising Star, Drex Martin, Winning Move, Maverick, Mr. Hall, and Maximilian.